What's going on? My name's Justin, and this is The Art of Repair, and we need to answer a really important question. Why should you start with microsoldering above all else? Why should this be your first thing that you either go and learn right this moment, if you don't already know, or if you are new to the industry, why should you go to this before anything else? Well, I'll tell you. First and foremost, if you don't actually learn the motherboard portion of what you're working on, you won't have proper respect for what you're working on. I know that doesn't really make sense right now, but knowing how to observe, navigate, and fix even physical issues on a motherboard will give you a completely different respect and attitude while you're working on a motherboard. I am pretty sure that once you actually start working on motherboards, you probably won't break another one. And that kind of leads me into some of the other things here, right? I've talked about it in other videos, but there's a couple common bad news scenarios that you have to give a customer that could be avoided completely, or at least for the most part, if you at least knew microsoldering, right? We're not even talking about the board level diagnosis at this point. That's another little baby animal here, right? So let's talk about those really fast. You talk to a customer and you accidentally broke a connector. Who's going to fix that? Now you have to tell them that you're going to send it out. That makes you look bad, right? Number two, you found something on the board that's broken, but you can't actually fix it, so you look dumb, kind of. And now you have to send it out to somebody else, or you have to tell them you can't fix it. And then the final one is just the straight up, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Why not? Why can't we look deeper? Why can't we use our microscope? These are the reasons why it's so important that you learn microsoldering before anything else. Because all that other stuff is easy, but the truth is, microsoldering and board level diagnostics is also pretty easy. I kind of find that changing chips is easier than changing screens, and I would hope that you feel the same way. So with that being said, if you're an owner of a shop who's watching this and you just have technicians that are just kind of going willy-nilly, it's also time to get them trained up. And you can do this easily by just encouraging them to go online and buying them the gear. They can go and figure it out on their own, or you can send them to me and I can help too, right? There's help in so many directions with this, but I don't know if you can see it in my face, but learning how to microsolder and learning basics for board level diagnostics is so important if you're going to be an electronics repair shop. You got to know it. It's got to be the first place you go. It's going to give you a very fundamental core understanding of what you're doing, and genuinely I think you're going to be happier as a technician, and I think that training your people to do this from an owner level is just going to give you and your clients better peace of mind. So that's what I got to say.